Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in to today's Words of Wisdom. Today's is from December 27th, and I quote, "We all have equal potential, but we get what we deserve according to how much effort we make and what we achieve." From the Challenge of Enlightenment. Thank you, Master Okawa, for this wonderful quote. All right, so the Challenge of Enlightenment is Master's Kyoten based on his Buddhist teachings. But going back to today's quote, we all have equal potential. In Buddhist terms, that means we all have Buddha nature. We all are a children of Buddha or children of God. So we are equal in the weight of who we are, the importance of who we are. We're all equally created by the Lord. So we're all very, very important. So that's where this equality comes out in God's love or mercy. And then the latter part of this sentence, but we get what we deserve according to how much effort we make and what we achieve. So this is the fairness that God has when he judges or looks at humanity. So there may be person A and person B. They're equal in essence that they both have Buddha nature. But let's say that Mr. A made much more effort than B. And Mr. B was actually rather not making efforts, but he was slacking off and he was living a sluggish life. Obviously, Mr. A is going to achieve a higher enlightenment and be able to produce more utopian values to the people around him, right? So God doesn't necessarily say that because we're equal beings to start out with, that even our results should be equal. That will turn into hell. And that is socialism. And that also leads to communism, which is a very dangerous philosophy, and it goes against Buddha's will or God's will. So in Christianity, you say you reap what you sow. In Buddhism, we call this the laws of cause and effect, or laws of causality. And Master Okawa is teaching us that this whole universe is governed by this principle. The laws of cause and effect is always working upon us. Hence, it's important to know that God has two eyes when he looks at humanity. One is the merciful, loving heart. He embraces every soul equally because each soul has Buddha nature. But also at the same time, he has another eye of wisdom to be able to see and differentiate the level of enlightenment of each souls. So we all have equal potential, but we get what we deserve according to how much effort we make and what we achieve. Hence, Happy Science places a lot of emphasis on the importance or the virtue of being studious and being diligent and making efforts. Making an effort to better yourself and better the people around you. This itself is a spiritual way of living. And we really promote that because that is the best formula for our happiness, looking at it from a spiritual perspective, and that is the best formula to make a utopian world here on earth materialistically. If everyone, let's say, is living oppositely from this ideal, that everyone is not working, they're all very sluggish, and they're living in idleness every day, how are they going to make a living? That kind of society never works. However, there's a famous saying where it goes like this, the path to hell is paved with good intentions. So whenever we hear that the government will give us something, it sounds nice. So we want to vote for that kind of political leader or those kind of policies. But that is actually, we're paving the road to hell. It's all paved in good intentions. The best formula of happiness is to make efforts. There's a lecture that Master gave in Japan which really touched my heart. He said that you were not born to be taking care of a big government from your cradle to your grave, but you were born to shine light. I think that was a very religious teaching that Master has taught us. Let me end today by quoting today's words of wisdom. We all have equal potential, but we get what we deserve according to how much effort we make and what we achieve from the challenge of enlightenment. Thank you, Master Okawa.